I am so hyped right now. Me, Sydney, and Kara. They're playing the old one, you know, the first one. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, get your glasses, Sid. Here you go. Okay, next night. We are on our way to Sid's music therapy, but we're back at the theater because last night when we were here, oh my goodness, I can hear Wicked. So last night when we were here, they weren't selling the popcorn buckets, and I really, really want to start collecting them now because we have the theater. So we're back again just to get the buckets. I hope it works out because I really, really want them. We did get the music box, but I want those popcorn buckets, so fingers crossed. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. So, happy Friday. Happy Wicked weekend. Yes, on that. So exciting. So exciting. I always talk about the Wizard of Oz, right? Just how it influenced Sydney and the autism. And oh, we're about to have an autism moment too. So, morning meeting / autism moment, right? So, I always talk about the Wizard of Oz and just that whole thing with the show and Sydney talking, and it just plays a big part. It's just, I don't know how else to express it. You know what I mean? So when I say it plays a big part in our life, it really, really does, especially Sydney. And it all happened around my Ray Dunn, you know, way back when, right? 3-4 years ago. And that is why I still have such a love for Ray Dunn, because all of the words, for me, that'll never go out of style because it still is teaching my girls. So spoon, fork, knife, and, you know, plate, yum, just all the things. So for me, Ray Dunn is always going to hold a special place. But I wanted to show you, I'll tell you about the autism moment in a minute, but I need to show you these buckets. So you saw me all hyped, right? So it came in a set. It came a Elphaba and a Glinda set, right? I didn't realize how it was going to operate. So when we went to the premiere, me, Sid, and Kara went to the premiere, and we saw it in 4DX because Kara, you know, I'm like, I tried to get my mind right. It's hard for me to 100% enjoy, relax, sit back, and watch a movie. More because of Sydney. I say that, right? But usually it's more because of Kara. Because Kara's like, what time is it? Almost. I have to go to the bathroom, please. You know what I mean? But maybe the age, I don't know. Let's go to the bathroom right before we walk into the theater. You know what I mean? Right before we leave the theater. Let's just try to do it that way, right? So that is what we were doing. And I'm like, Sydney's cool in the gang. You know, that's my roadie, Dollar Tree, and all the shopping and things. So I didn't think, I'm looking at the clock. So I didn't think that part of it would be an issue. Oh my goodness. Let me show you these buckets. So the buckets are, I had to go back. I had to go back last night and just to get the buckets. And I'm only hyping these buckets up for me because now that I have the theater, this is something that I want to do. You know what I mean? So this meant, and just the whole Wizard of Oz Wicked situation means a lot. So to have these buckets first to start, fire, right? So yes, on Glinda Upland. So they're bigger than I thought. So I was just going, I didn't want them filled. I also got the cups, and like I said, I had to go back because when we went to see the premiere on Wednesday, and it was no trailers, Thank goodness. There was no trailers, and I'm thinking because it was a premiere situation. So no trailers, and it just started. So that was perfect. I'm sure it's going to be like this weekend, it's going to be trailers, right? I feel like. But she said, do you want me to fill them? Girl, I ate almost half of the popcorn last night when I got home, right? So yes, on Glenda. Isn't that so pretty? That is so pretty. So she comes, they are nice and big too. She comes and then she has the cup. So I had to, it comes off here, right? You pull the tab and then, you know, they light up. So yes, that is pretty. So 100% these are going into the theater. So here is Elphaba. This is her cup. So pretty, so pretty. So you click that and you know, it lights up. Isn't that pretty? Make sure I turn it off. And then hers, yes, on Elphaba Thrive. This green is fire. And we were all wicked with the hoodies and it was just so fun. We had such a good time. But yeah, so these are what I went to go back for. Now, the music box, right? This is a popcorn bucket too. I got this on the night of the premiere. I was able to get it. So, oh my goodness. Isn't that so pretty? That is so pretty. Let me try. So they turn. That's so pretty. Yeah. So, and it just folds right down. So, yeah. I was so excited. So, okay, real quick, autism moment. So, you know, Sydney, when we're shopping, she hums a lot. She makes a lot of noise. And I know people have said some things, like in my shopping video, what is that noise? It's constant humming or things like that, you know, along those lines. I didn't have to say anything because you guys always jump in and, you know, take over for me. So I appreciate that. I don't ever want to be negative on my channel. I just don't. It's not who I am. And I know people come here for the positivity, my upbeat attitude and all the things. So I never want to go there. But if I have to, I absolutely will. But it's just not who I am. You know what I mean? So I am very respectful of other people. So Sydney started, remember the passport situation? And we were in the library and hubby was like, Sydney, shh. You can't do that because she's going to do the opposite. Now she like, no, be quiet. Yeah, it was a whole thing in the library, all because hubby said shh. So I didn't say anything. I let her get it out and she was enjoying herself. She was expressing herself. She wasn't doing anything wrong. It's who she is. So I wasn't going to do anything to stop it. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm also aware of where I am. I'm in a theater. It's supposed to be quiet. And I did have hubby on standby if it escalated because I do have to be mindful. Other people paid money. They did. And, you know, everyone is not as sensitive to the situation, right? So I have to have a backup plan always, whether it's Sydney or Kara. They get a little bit more stressful for me, but it's okay. You know what I mean? These are my babies. So, a little bit during like the quiet scenes, right? But then of course she was humming during the singing scenes. Sydney's very musical. She's all about it, right? The music box, there was no way. I kept saying I wasn't gonna get it because of the price, but you only live once and that is all Sydney right there. So I was absolutely gonna get it. And then she saw it and it was a wrap. So, but that was the autism moment I wanted to share with you because, you know, it's important. You know, my girls, they have their different challenges, but, you know, we always have a backup plan and things like that. And we just want everything to go smooth and we want our surroundings and everybody to be safe and comfortable and all the things, right? So, yeah, the girls had an awesome time. We had an awesome time. And I'll see you Sunday. We're going to decorate. I went thrifting. I wanted to show you a couple things that I grabbed, but I'll show you another time. I'll show you another time. Girl, I'm going to miss my train. I'll see you soon. Bye.